Next up at UFC Kansas City, we have the most interesting line movement on the entire card. We have Tanner Boser taking on Jan Cutelaba. Tanner Boser, 20-9 overall, 1-4-1 in his last 5. Nope. Tanner Boser, 20-9 overall, 2-3 in his last 5, making his light heavyweight debut. And he's taking on Jan Cutelaba, 16-9. 1-4-1 in his last 5. He only has one win in his last 6 fights, and he's the favorite now. He opened at a plus 140 dog. He is now the minus 131 favorite, taking on a former heavyweight. And if this doesn't feel like last week's Curtis Gastelum fight, I don't know what does. The guy who opened as an underdog, can barely scrounge together a win, is now the favorite. That is literally exactly what happened.
Chris Curtis and... Oh, because Kelvin. I got it. Okay, now I'm making the connection. I got it.
You being sarcastic or serious? Yeah, you are.
No, I was like, wait, Chris Curtis was not coming off. I was like, no, I'm stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So Jan is the Kelvin in this situation, where he opened as the dog, hasn't been winning fights, and flipped to the.
He's never really been top level like Kelvin, so that's a little bit different.
Anyway, Jan Cutelaba, he's a chinless grappler. He's going to get the takedowns. He takes everybody down. He will get those takedowns. But if you hit him flush, this dude is out. He's done. He's got no chin whatsoever. Absolutely 100% feast or famine. He's going to chase a stoppage. Typically, he gets topped, at least in the last 4 losses here. He's getting stopped while chasing those stoppages. And he is aggressive. He does try to get it done, and he goes out on his shield. So you can only respect the guy for what he's doing. His takedowns are pretty solid. He does have power in his hands as well. He's not a BJJ nerd. Yes, he's best on the ground, but he's not a BJJ nerd. He will bomb away looking to take your head off and then trying to get those takedowns. He's taking on Tanner Boser. Tanner Boser was a heavyweight, a small heavyweight, but a full-blown heavyweight fighting full-blown heavyweights. He's coming down to light heavyweight. This is his debut. He's an athletic guy, right? It's almost similar to how we broke down Trevin Giles. He's very athletic, relies on that athleticism. He's fast, solid hands, very real power. He was knocking out heavyweights. And he was athletic there, but small, so he's coming down here. I imagine he's going to remain as athletic and not be small. He's coming off the loss to Rodrigo Nascimento, who is big. He was taken down 3 times in that fight, but it was clearly the better striker. And I think that's what happened here. I think people are like, oh, Tanner Boser gets taken down. Oh, Cutelaba takes people down. Well, Tanner Boser's getting taken down by heavyweights. He's also jacked. Have you checked out this guy's Instagram? This dude has a 6-pack. I mean, he looks good. He cut down the light heavyweight the right way.
Typically on the female Instagrams.
I figured you were. He did it the right way, cut the weight, looks very, very good. And I think Tanner Boser gets this done. Quarter of a unit, I got a plus 105. Again, you're going to get better odds than that. Right now, it's plus 111. I think Cutelaba may get a couple of takedowns, but Cutelaba has taken down plenty of people and not one. Not one. Look how many times he took down Dustin Jacoby. He took down Dustin Jacoby like 9 times.
Relax.
9 times.
Relax.
And didn't win that fight. So one single punch changes this entire thing. I don't see Tanner getting submitted. I don't see Tanner getting knocked out by Cutelaba. Certainly he can get taken down, but I think he pops right back up and every round starts on his feet. Tanner Boser is absolutely the pick. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, we're aligned here absolutely once again. And I will say, I almost guarantee that Tanner wins because when I first started looking at these odds and started looking at these fights and breaking down stuff, I was like, oh, lock of the week. Tanner Boser is absolutely lock of the week. He is not going to be lock of the week. I found somebody that I like a little bit better, but he's probably going to win now because I was going to make him the way lock of the week's been going.
Lose,
yeah, now he is probably actually going to win. Listen, Cutelaba, I have no doubt in my mind that he gets a takedown early. Right, I have no doubt. I mean, he's strong, explosive. He's kind of gone away from like I'm going to try and knock everyone out to, oh my God, I'm getting knocked out and I'm a chinny guy to let me go back to my wrestling. And he does have success with it. I mean, as you mentioned, he does have success with it. He will take people down. He will get on your legs. He will scoop you up. He is very powerful. It's like the Gilbert Burns takedowns. There is some technique behind it, but he wants to be all power all the time to get you to the ground. So I have no doubt that he gets Tanner to the ground. I just don't think he can finish Tanner on the ground early. And Tanner is a dog. As you mentioned, he's almost like the Clay Guida in this fight. The difference is I don't think Clay Guida can outwork Rafa where Tanner can definitely outwork Cutelaba. He can make him work on the ground. And once he's back on the feet, the second that Cutelaba's game plans don't work, he's not a quitter. And I mentioned this in my quick pick video. He's not a quitter. I don't want to say he's a quitter, but his body fails him. He doesn't want to stop. He won't stop working, but his body will fail him. His body will get tired. His chin will get out. His submission defense will give out. He is not quitting, but his body is quitting on him, and I think that's exactly what happens here. He can't get the finish early, and when he can't get the finish, we see him fade. I actually think the weird thing that could happen here, and I think the odds are like plus 3,000, plus 3,500, plus 4,000, is a Tanner Boser submission. He's not a submission guy, but Cutelaba has been getting so desperate with his wrestling, even when he's tired, that I think that the submissions will just kind of present themselves to a guy like Tanner Boser. Oh, you're going to give me your neck? Okay, here's my first guillotine. It's something like that. So that's something I might play for value, but Tanner Boser, I agree. I think he's a play. He's durable enough to withstand the early onslaught that is Cutelaba. I think he's flat on his back at some point, but he gets back up and just kind of works his volume.
I completely agree. He's been taken down plenty of times, taken down 6 times in the UFC, but again, that was at heavyweight, and he manages to work his way back up and put together some decent wins. Both of us on the Tanner Boser side, $7,800 in DraftKings. I will definitely spend that because history tells us if Tanner Boser wins and if Cutelaba loses, it's going to be by stoppage. So
1 + 1 is 2 sometimes.
Yeah, occasionally. So we're going to spend that $7,800 in DraftKings. I've got the money line bet on Tanner Boser. You can get better odds, just slightly, but you can get better odds right now. I will almost guarantee after weigh-ins, Tanner Boser is going to be the favorite again.
People are going to oh, shit.
People are going to see him on the scale.
Don't do the research, yeah.
100%. People are going to see him on the scale.
Jacked.
Dude, he looks phenomenal. Like I saw the Instagram picture, and I immediately was like, Jesus Christ. I went to the bathroom, and then I came back, placed this bet. So Tanner Boser is absolutely the pick here. All right, stop with the noises. If you want to unlock all of our picks, bets, tools, the safety parlay, and everything else, weonpicks.com. It is only $10 a month. Yeah, look at him. Look at him on the left. I mean, that's incredible. Look at the picture on the screen, and then look at Jacob's phone. So he's going to knock out Cutelaba. He's going to be worth that money.
Submit him.
We do have a whole bunch of super chats. We have
holy shit,
$36.99 from Maxader. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the announcement of Costa versus Shimaev in Abu Dhabi? I didn't see if that was an official announcement. If it is, that's an awesome fight.
That's what Chael like somehow leaked that, like he knows what's going on. Abu Dhabi in October, and who was the main? The main event was going to be. I can't remember. Sorry.
Well, either way, that's an awesome fight. I think Costa has proven to us that dude's
it's going to be Islam versus the winner of Oliveira and Dariush. I think was going to be the main event for that card in Abu Dhabi.
That'll be an awesome card. I don't know who I think wins. If Shimaev decides to wrestle nonstop, he could probably win this fight. But if he wants to play a dangerous game like he did against Gilbert Burns, then Costa's going to beat him. Costa's good.
He's good. He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler, good grappler too. I mean, you saw the way he was defending takedowns against Yoel. I mean, Yoel is an Olympic wrestler, and obviously the Chechnya and the Dagestanis, it's a little bit different with the way they can MMA wrestle. But he has very, very good takedown defense, very good scrambles, very powerful. I think it's going to come down to what Costa shows up. He got his new contract. He's feeling good now. He's going to be making a ton of money. Is he going to be as motivated, or is he just kind of the fun, joking guy now? Because he's got quite the personality now.
He does. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
$5 from John Doe. Judges are wrong. Prove me wrong. Look at strikes. Watch the first round. Love y'all. Judges suck. We did watch the first round, and we both agreed.
Whoa!
That you don't think Pedro Munoz won that first round?
I wouldn't have scored it for Pedro, but I'm not a pussy, so.
Because you want to make fun of Pedro.
That's what different between me and you.
You want to say Pedro only landed leg kicks, but what did Sean do in the first round? He didn't do anything either. And then we got $10 from TJ Brewer. Win or lose, still love you guys. Rough couple of cards. But we back this weekend. Thank you very much, TJ Brewer. I wouldn't say couple cards. Jacob had one rough card. But I guess a bad night for Jacob is like a bad year and a half for a lot of people.
There's a lot of times where my premium bets are doing well, but if you guys are on the live stream, we've been... Actually, 2 weeks ago, we were up thousands. The Cheeto card, I was up thousands of dollars on the live stream. And then I put, I think $700 or $800 on that on the live stream on Cheeto. And we all watched that together, which was a very frustrating thing. So you turn into live streams, we were putting real money on some of these fights, and that was frustrating. But we did pretty well that card.
Good for you, Jacob. Congratulations on all your success.